Even sometimes I could say, I've experienced it. A teacher can destroy a child in seconds or make a child in seconds, right? One word changes his or her entire life.
He took it in a revenge thing. How dare you? You are telling this thing. And she deducted marks literally in my masters. And she took it very revengeful.
It's very common.
And the teachers doesn't understand your revenge could destroy a student's career.
See, I live in a village called Matho, which is 26 kilometers. So I've never seen a traffic jam before in Ladakh. But the last 2 years, the kind of traffic that we see is so heartbreaking, And you could also feel in summers, you could feel the air also a little changing, a lot of pollution in the air. And so
स्टेंजिन मैम, आपने स्कूल में टीचिंग करना कब से स्टार्ट किया?
First teaching job was, I think, 13 years back. 13 years pehle.
13 years back. And why you took teaching as a profession?
It was, I think, completely accidental. I didn't do it consciously. There was I was still preparing for my net examination, and there was this opening in the school, and the school that I work right now is one of the biggest school, and they had this lecturer opening. So my parents, they started forcing me, they started really convincing me, because I was in Delhi preparing for my net, and then they really convinced me to come home and then sit for the interview, right? So I did, and then I got through. So this is how I got it, because I didn't, maybe, I don't know, I never consciously, I don't remember me thinking consciously that I want to become a teacher. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to tell my friends that teacher is one thing that I never want to become,
Okay, so you're an accidental teacher.
Yes.
You're enjoying it?
Absolutely. Accidental teacher, and now passionately teaching. But that again happened gradually, not immediately. It was difficult. Initially, it was very difficult for me. But then now, I think absolutely loving it. I can't think of doing anything else besides teaching.
So can I say that the profession has selected you? You have not selected the profession.
Yes, I guess. I'm not sure. But
because
yes.
This is something my wife tells me. Because this is same thing happened with me. I was a hardcore, well, my mindset was that I am a hardcore corporate guy. But academia chose me. So that reflection I'm getting from you.
Yes.
But at the same point of time, this is something I enjoy like anything. Being with the younger generation.
Absolutely.
This is something I literally enjoy. And then why you came into this thing, like, animal welfare, taking care of animal, how this came to your mind?
So I was an animal lover from a very young age, because in my house there always be a dog. I always have one dog pet, because my father also, he loves dogs and all, so he used to get it every time we'll lose one pet. We'll swear it first that, because everybody would get attached to it emotionally. When it would die, then we would swear that we won't get another pet, but somehow we would end up getting another pet. So I was so attached to these dogs, and then gradually the love started expanding, and I started looking after the dogs around my locality, and then somehow when I got a little older, and then got a little independent. So I was really enthusiastic about doing something about the stray dogs, because there was so many of them in Ladakh. And then when it gradually started deteriorating and getting inactive, so I thought I didn't immediately think of starting an NGO, but during this COVID period, all the restaurants and hotels were shut, and most of these dogs are dependent on
Yes, those
depend on
leftovers, yeah.
food of these hotels and restaurants. So it was very sad to see that these guys are struggling. So a lot of people, not only me, but a lot of people came together very beautifully, and then we started volunteering and feeding the dogs during the COVID period. So we got permission from the authorities, and we started feeding the dogs every day. In that period, actually, when I saw that people were so willing to help dogs, and they were generously ready to donate. Now, I felt very uneasy to take donation without being a very organized or registered organization. It didn't feel good. Right?
Something like inner calling, it's not right.
Yes. So I thought maybe they'll question, or maybe they won't feel right to give their money to an individual, and they won't know where is it going. So maybe I thought then maybe I'll just register an organization so that we also keep a record, and I can gather a lot of people. And then, because back then there were no hardly any one organization, NGO, that worked for welfare of the dog. So there wasn't any. So I thought maybe I should register an organization. That's how. And a lot of volunteers, young volunteers, were associated with it initially.
How you manage both the things? As a teacher, teaching, because teaching itself comes with a lot of responsibilities, not only teaching, and
preparing for it,
yes, exactly.
Before and after teaching.
And additional organizational things are also there, right?
Yeah.
And then this responsibility of managing NGO, I can say?
Yes.
NGO. How you manage?
Well, initially it wasn't very difficult. So we had a lot of young students associated volunteering for us, and they helped us a lot. They organized adoption camps for little puppies, and they helped us with social media. Initially I was against social media. I said I'm not going to put anything on social media. It's just a show off, But then these kids convinced me that it's very important to have something on the website to show, so that people
get to know what you are exactly doing.
We are doing, and they are comfortable donating more or helping us in any way.
How the younger generation get attached to your organization, or they get awareness about what you are doing? Initially, how you started this awareness program as a single person?
Right. So, before that, I would like to answer the previous question, that how you balance teaching. So, initially it wasn't difficult, but later on, because there weren't many, like I said, organizations who were helping. So, we were like constantly trying to, we were rescuing dogs from the street. We were feeding them. Plus, we were
You mentioned we.
Yes.
Okay.
The volunteers. And also I have, we have another active member of this NGO. She's called Spenba. She also works in another NGO. So we work whenever we have time, right? So earlier we made sure that we took the time, and it was easier because it was post COVID, and everybody had a lot of time. There was hardly any school, right? So, but now gradually when other NGOs started coming up, like they're amazing other two NGOs who are focused on street animals, like Simshan and I think another Chamba Animal Welfare.
Chamba means the Himachal's Chamba, right?
No, Chamba in Ladakh.
Okay, there's a Chamba in Ladakh also.
Chamba. No, it's not a this thing. It's not a place, but it's a name.
Okay.
Right? So it is again looked after. It was initiated by Rinpoche, Tikse Rinpoche.
Tikse Rinpoche,
Yes.
okay.
So when they started come up, then we took 2 steps back because they were more
Active, and they had
active. Resources, they had resources, they had everything, they had the space. So we were fighting for space for so long with the government, but then when we saw that these guys are also doing a lot of things, so we took 2 steps back, and then now I think our only focus is on promoting adoption, because rescuing and giving shelter is done by these 2.
Yes, and that needs a lot of resources also for rescuing also.
A lot
and
of
for
resources. So being just 2 person, it's very difficult to
Organize
get
these things.
together everything. So yes, so coming to the second question, young people, it's so amazing, heartening to see how aware, plus how informed, how technically well skilled these guys are, and
Right.
they helped us a lot with everything, because I being the previous generation, I'm not very good at making maybe a website,
digital contents and all those things. Yeah.
Yes, even I'll do a simple content, but what they do is amazing. It reaches more to younger people.
The creativity level
Yes,
is.
and we organize adoption camps mostly around when college students have their holidays in summers, so that we get more. And now that we are registered, we can also provide them, with certificates if they help us.
Do tourism have any contribution to this particular? Because what I felt in Ladakh, tourism is giving a lot of share of contribution to the economical factors, right? Does it gives a contribution to the animal welfare thing from a volunteering perspective?
See, there are 2 perspectives. One is, you said, does tourism affect the boom of, what you mean, the dog population or something like that?
No, not exactly. As you have mentioned, there are the volunteer factors are there,
Right.
and there is aspects of volunteer tourism.
Right.
Where the tourist comes and volunteer in such activities. Because when I was going through the Ladakh market, I was seeing some campaign where it has been promoted that you come and
Volunteer yes,
for us,
yes.
you will get a free shelter and free food.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so in that aspect, I was telling how you see tourism related to this thing.
I think there's a huge scope there, but I think we haven't been able to use it as much so far, especially if we're talking about animal welfare. But I think there's a huge scope, because I've been also volunteering for Animal Farm.
Okay.
You have Robin, yes,
yeah.
amazing guy, amazing couple even.
Yes, I agree with them. Shivani and Robin.
Shivani and Robin. So they use this. So basically, even we try to get as much volunteers from anywhere. So there are times when we get volunteers from outside who want to volunteer for a certain period of time, and then we send all volunteers to Chamba. We don't get many volunteers from outside, but whatever we get, we try to send it to Chamba, because they are more active here, and then they would need, since they're in the stage when they are just set up and just getting started, so we try to help them with it. So I think there's a huge scope for any organization there. This, like you said, the volunteer tourism, and Ladakh is a big tourist place. So in that way, tourism, I think, would help a lot.
But talking to the point of tourism, I wanted to understand, from initial days only, Ladakh was very tourist centric, or it got a boom after something? Like, let's say 1960s, 70s. 60s not exactly, because 60s there was an Indochina War. 1962 there was a lot of trouble was there, right? But if I talk about 1970s and so on, tourism was there in Ladakh earlier?
I think, maybe I could be wrong here, but I think tourism was not as much as it is right now.
Like,
See, earlier I would say post, this movie, what do you call it?
Three Idiots.
Post,
Okay.
Three Idiots, we used to get tourists, but mostly from outside the country. Foreigners, mainly.
Right.
So after, Indian people, they love Bollywood and they want to go everywhere they are going, right? So after Ladakh was captured by this movie, I think that's what I feel, right? I could be wrong. So after Three Idiot movie was shot here, then the local tourists started.
The domestic tourists.
Yes, the domestic tourists or the Indian tourists started getting more aware about there's this place called Ladakh and it's near. And I think post COVID also, with everyone getting frustrated sitting at one place, the moment COVID was over, this tourism thing started. There was a sudden boom after COVID, especially among
the domestics,
Indians, because we never used to travel as much, earlier, and we were and then I think during the COVID we realized how important is this freedom. Maybe because of that, we realized
inside us,
and they started looking for places where they can go and inside India and outside, and Indians are traveling outside as well. So I think that is another reason. And then
there are
people
two waves. One wave was because of the Bollywood movie.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Another was the post-COVID, the revenge tourism we saw. Like people were frustrated with staying inside, and now we want to go.
Absolutely, and it was everywhere.
Yes, across the country, and I will say across the globe.
Yes.
Domestically, peripheral tourism, like the places which is near about, within 100, 200, 300 kilometers range, people travel like anything.
And I also feel that there was a certain shift in the people towards nature. Because earlier, especially Indian, we are talking about us, because earlier we used to love concretes, we loved going to the mall, we loved hustle and bustle.
Human-made.
Yes, man-made concrete jungle, And then I think after, maybe COVID has a part to play here. After COVID, maybe we realized that, nature, being in nature, how important it is being in nature and quiet and peace, we understood for some reason. And then they started, because I remember when post-COVID and post many years, there were few Indians who would come here, but they won't like this place. The moment they'll land, is what is this place? This is a very dry place. क्या है ये? इसमें देखने का बिल्कुल desert है. यहाँ पे greenery भी नहीं है. I've heard this a lot. I think there was this very famous Bollywood actor also who came for a shooting many years back, and then the moment he's like, what is this? ये कहाँ लेके आए? Right. So, but then they didn't understand at that time. They didn't value the importance of nature,
nature as it is,
right? Very raw nature.
Right.
So now people have started realizing the importance. And then
while going across certain documents and certain visual as well as written text, I was understanding there is the number of tourists which comes down to Ladakh is more than the population of Ladakh, right? How it impacts the society here?
I think, economically, of course, it's the best, right?
Thing,
because you'll see every other house is either a hotel or a guest house. Yes. Now, I think I would say in Leh, main town, every house has a guest house, right?
Yes.
Or it has been converted into a hotel.
Right.
So
guest house, hotel, or a homestay.
So
extra room is there.
Right.
Yes, I agree.
So if we have the facility, of course, we need the people who are using it. It's good for economy.
It has given a economical edge.
Yes.
Economical boost. 100%. I agree.
But then I think everything has a flip side or the dark side to it.
Yes.
So of course, more people means more garbage,
the environmental factor is there.
Yes, environmental factor is the biggest factor, I think. More cars,
More
the
pollution.
amount of cars that are coming in within these last 5 years is, very heartbreaking. Because I remember when, live in a village called Mato, which is 26 kilometers. So I've never seen a traffic jam before in Ladakh. But the last 2 years, the kind of traffic that we see is so heartbreaking. And you could also feel in summers, you could feel the air also a little changing, a lot of pollution in the air. And so, of course, it's contributing to a lot of things. More water is being used, and Ladakh being very fragile. And now you must have heard the glaciers are vanishing.
Vanishing like anything.
If you look around, you won't see hardly any glacier.
Yeah,
All right, but this year,
it was like
thankfully,
this 20 years ago?
no, not at all. When I was in school, I keep telling my students this. When I was in school, when we looked around, we even in summers, peak summers, we could see glaciers around, right? And winters were so harsh. My dad used to go out. When he would come back, he would have icicles hanging on his mustache. It was that cold, but
that freezing
temperature. So the shift in climate, the climate change is true, right?
True.
So you should study Ladakh for that. So a lot of resources, natural resources is being used to maintain this tourism, no?
मैं जान सकता हूँ आपके फैमिली में कौन-कौन है?
Family में कौन-कौन है? My mother, my father, my brother, his wife, me, and 4 dogs.
Great. How your family supports your initiative?
They do support it, but I would say to an extent, because I do have 4 dogs which we have adopted from the streets, So they are okay with, as long as it's like limited number. But then they won't allow it for more than 4, right? Because of course, because
Obviously.
they are also a
Right.
part of the family. They have the right.
Right, definitely.
So yeah. Otherwise, also my mother is quite supportive, and she keeps encouraging me. And
how your organization supports you, the school where you are working, to this extra task? Because the scenario comes where you have to, compromise with the task and the roles as a teacher to take care the roles as a family welfare organization worker, or a person who is running a family animal welfare. ऐसा कभी आता है situation?
Of course, but then I never let. Of course, if I have to choose between my school job and my NGO, of course I put school first, because I'm working as a job. I'm getting paid from there. It's my ethical responsibility to give all, right? So, but this work suffers a lot. And I won't say suffer, but I'm not able to give the amount of time and energy that I would really like to give to this part.
And how you manage those type of scenarios, the situations?
I don't think I'm able to manage it right now, because as much as I need to give, I'm not able to. Right, so that's why I think I'm in a constant guilt trip that I'm not able to, even though I have opened this organization, but I'm not doing enough for everything. But then again, like I said, for dogs, there are these 2 amazing new organizations. They are doing so much, and now we are trying not to build a new place and divide the resources. But we would really like to collaborate with them.
That's the best thing. Yeah, I agree.
And then use the resources, whatever we have, together.
In an optimum level.
Yes, in an optimum level. So we are talking about it. The talks are still going on. So if they agree to it, so we would be collaborating with them and working for their shelter, making it better.
And how you have grown as a person from your college days till now, being a teacher, being a NGO foundation, NGO founder, how you have grown as a person?
Well, again, our NGO is not that big, you know.
But as a person?
We do whatever we can, whenever we have time to give. And our NGO does not only work about, you could say the irony is, even though I don't have time, but we work for animal welfare, women and child and environment as well.
I want to understand as an individual, as a person,
Yeah.
how your mindset has changed, or you are the same person what you were in your college time?
Of course not. I think whether you're working or not, or you have an NGO or not, or you're a teacher or not, a person 10 years back is never the same 10 years later, right? Because of life as well, right? So I think I'm not, absolutely not the same person, for better or worse, you know. For better because I'm more mature now. I understand life better. I can maneuver around my life better than I was, how I used to go about it 10 years back, very immaturely, you know, with a whim. Now, but for worse, because I think personally also I think it's with everyone. We start becoming more careful with people, with experience, right? Working, if you're collaborating with an organization, you need to be very sure that they are also doing a good job and they don't have any hidden agenda behind it. So yeah, so in that ways I've grown a lot. I think I know better. I'm not saying I'm perfect right now, but I think I'm able to judge people who want to work in our organization, whether they have good intention or not, and then how to go about what to let go and what to keep it for ourselves and keep working on. And as a teacher, of course, I think teaching has taught me a lot, you know.
Such as?
Yes. For example, about how kids, the perspective of the teenagers. So I teach 11th and 12th, so how they see the world. And sometimes when, as a grown-up, when we see the world in a very limited corridor, right, through a very limited space. But when we talk to these kids, they are still kids, right? They have a very vast view, right? So then it gives me other perspectives, a lot of other perspectives, not only one other perspective, multiple perspectives to look at life. So I said, oh yeah, I mean, it could be that as well.
Stanzin ma'am, what type of a person should choose teaching as a career, specifically in the schools?
I would definitely say somebody who really understands that how a teacher can impact a life. You know, a teacher can destroy a child. I've seen it, you know. Even sometimes I could say, you know, I've experienced it. A teacher can destroy a child in seconds or make a child in seconds, right? One word changes his or her entire life.
Right.
So, you know, if you want an example, that sometimes when we are angry, we tend to say something horrible, right? And then in another second, we realize what we have done, right? And when we observe that kid, that person who used to be very jolly, and you know, they're like their head is low, they're walking very in a very sad manner, and then immediately we go to that, I mean, basically I go to the student and I apologize and I said, it wasn't you, I think it was me. And
it's a
then
very rare phenomenon.
It changes, and that changes them. Then I realize how impactful teachers can be in somebody's life, in shaping their whole life, right? So I'm not saying that I do that, I'm a great teacher, but I realize that.
That's a big thing.
And
That's a very big thing.
very careful what to say to kids, because my words impact the kids and they keep it, whether, like you said, whether they seem to be listening to me or not, it impacts them.
Psychologically, they have
Yeah.
impression.
That's why I'm very careful about what I'm going to say, right? I have to think about it carefully. Yeah.
As a student, I can say that's a big thing. Students are getting a teacher like this because who is introspecting about the words which has already been spoken and what kind of impact that can have on the children's psychology. Because I have also came across many teachers, good, and some teachers who are good in their own subject, but they do discrimination. Discrimination could be based on marks, could be based on lot many other factors, and certain types of words they use. Even in the college, I have seen using particular word which is very racist. You are from this particular area. I'm not mentioning an area. That's a part of India. You people from this part of India. You people are like this. You don't know how to talk. If the person is not knowing how to talk, you teach.
Absolutely.
You are a teacher. But you are introspecting. The type of introspecting you have mentioned, this I have not seen. I cannot remember from my school days, but definitely I got. There are some words which make a very harsh impact. But in my PhD days, during the coursework, I came across a professor who was the Dean Academic Affairs, very senior. Later on, he became a Vice Chancellor of a central university. There was a discussion, and then it became in a form of that was related to some, US Civil War and something. And I knew I was right, but that felt, I'm not naming that professor, that made the professor feel something, and then he told me something harsh. But later on, just when we came out of that seminar hall, he came to me, he told me, Satyajit, I'm sorry, that time I was a bit aggressive, I didn't mean this thing, you were right. Then I feel such a person of that stature, very senior professor, a Dean Academic Affairs, a very senior portfolio, and it was a central university. He came to a scholar who is hardly a first year student in his first semester, technically. Coursework is in the first year of the PhD, right? And he came and he accepted his fault. That given me a lesson that whenever I become a teacher, I will never feel to accept my wrong if I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
And it's the same thing I came across with from you, that you introspected, and these type of these thing is a very important thing to the teachers, to introspect at least yourself. If you are wrong, there is nothing wrong to accept it.
Yes, absolutely.
And many a times I've seen that people take it in ego. Because this also I came across in my master's days. And there was a teacher, I will not name. So it was a lab session, and she mentioned something that this code stand for this, and I have a very bad habit. I'm very upfront. I mentioned, no, ma'am, this is not the thing. This stands for this.
Okay.
Then she mentioned, how dare you are telling me I'm wrong. And that time we had that, that initial phase of 3G. I did Google and I meant, see, ma'am, this is the thing. I'm not wrong, because I was in the industry earlier. Then I came to the masters. So I had a lot of things exposure earlier. Anyhow, that lady took it in a revenge thing. How dare you are telling this thing. And she deducted marks literally in my masters. And she took it very revengefully.
It's very common.
And the teachers doesn't understand your revenge could destroy a student's career.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was a situation, ma'am, I will tell you, I got the JRF, but I was very unsure, because in JRF you need to get 55% marks.
Yes.
I was very unsure whether I will get 55% or not. And I was throughout first division, my school days, college days, everything. And tourism is something which I worked first, then I came to the masters. After graduation, I did 2 years. I was in the industry for 2 years, then I went for the masters. So I was very assured this is getting here first division, it will be very sure, because I came across to the practical things. But anyhow, two of the situation came, and then I was very unsure. The result came, and I called one of my faculty there. He's a very nice person. His name I can tell you, that is Ramesh Devrat sir, Dr. Ramesh Devrat. So Devrat sir, JRF तो हो गया, अब मुझे पता नहीं मेरे को 55% आएगा कि नहीं. The day the result came, he did the calculation because we get it in CGPA and the percentage calculation is needed. So he called me. He told Satya, तेरे को 57.25 मिला.
अच्छा.
बोला सर एक काम करना, वो 2.25 आप रख लो, मुझे 55 से मतलब है. And believe me, I never expected below 70%. So this is not about marks. That marks has never doesn't made any difference in my life, right? But that taught me one thing: a teacher can't destroy a person's future.
Absolutely.
And that revengeful thing. And today, I should not. I am very thankful to the Almighty. Whatever I am right now, in today's date, even that person wants to collaborate with me, I will never collaborate in research. And the best part in the teacher and student relationship, you never know when your student can become your teacher. Age doesn't matter because knowledge is something. You are good in something, I am good in something. We can the best thing you mentioned, it's better to collaborate, where we can optimally use the resource. In India, what I feel, this is the biggest learning we should to understand, that always competitive sense is not good thing. But in school and colleges, we are constantly given a situation or we are taught to be competitive.
Yeah.
Not a collaboration.
Absolutely.
But the teamwork is the most important.
There's always a competition.
Yes. And और ये competition ना मैडम कहीं ना मुझे ये लगता है इंसान को डिप्रेशन में भी डाल देता है.
हाँ, absolutely. I've seen it, myself. If few students are so competitive, even if they lose 1 mark, if they'll get 99 marks, they'll start crying. I'm like, you've got 99 marks. I was myself an average student when I was, and it helped me a lot to understand being an average student. And I'm very thankful that I was an average student, not a the creamy layer student, because it helped me a lot to understand students who are
mindsets,
who are average,
yes.
Right now, average or below average, right? It's like every time, even I used to do that. So I understand you. That is it. Yeah.
That's a big thing.
So that is one thing. And I think teachers are also human. We make mistakes. Teachers should understand that we will make mistakes. But yes, like you said, I think owning up the mistake is it's very difficult. I know it's very difficult. But
it is difficult.
Once you have done it, you'll get used to it, and you'll get you feel so good about it and so comfortable. Then
and the students start connecting with you. They will, and that's the biggest thing. Once you accept the mistake, it's not that you will become something very in the low level of the student. Student will start accepting and respecting you more than anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Respect.
And that respect you can see in the eyes of the student.
Yes.
That will never lie.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
This is the biggest thing. If anybody wants to become a teacher, specifically in school or college, whatever, being a teacher's, whatever, like you are in the primary school, you are in the Montessori, you are in the higher education, wherever, don't be competitive with the students.
Yes.
And don't take it in your grudge that okay, somebody mentioned as one of our students mentioned that भाई sir or madam आप गलत हो. ठीक है, हो ही सकते हो यार.
Absolutely, you are human being.
Yes, mistakes हो सकता है. कोई आपको क्वेश्चन पूछ दिया नहीं पता है, अगले दिन जाके बोल दो कि भैया ठीक है, I will come back to you. उस दिन बोल दो I will come back to you. I don't know बोलने में क्या हो जाएगा मैडम. So anyhow, these are the certain experiences.
Yeah, and another thing that you said was कोई पता नहीं कब ये स्टूडेंट आपका टीचर बन जाए. और मेरे केस में हुआ भी, लाइक टीचर तो नहीं, बट these kids, my previous student, they finished their graduation and they volunteered with me, and they taught me so many things, and they taught me how to use social media and how to build a website, and they did things to me.
It's a blessing to be
it was so amazing,
to get a lessons from the students.
yes absolutely.
आपने जिसको पढ़ाया वो इतना काबिल बन गया कि वो आपको पढ़ा सकता है। इससे बड़ा ब्लेसिंग क्या हो सकता है टीचर के लिए? मतलब उससे क्या कंपटीशन, जो बंदा आपसे सीख के इतना पहुंच गया कि आप उससे अब सीख सकते हो। I just tell you, yesterday only I was talking with one of my that time he was also there, talking with one of my faculty of my master's days, and I will not name him now. He's one of my best faculty. I love, like he gives a full effort in the preparation of lectures and delivering the lectures. And certain times what happens, he is taking lectures in another department. I used to go to that department. I used to say, sir, I want to sit in your lecture here. वो जो जैसे अब 3 वाला सीन होता है ना, कहीं भी ज्ञान बट रहा है ले लो, तो ये सर जब लेक्चर देता कहीं पर भी दे मैं पहुंच जाऊंगा, अगर मेरा फ्री पीरियड है मैं पहुंच जाऊंगा। Yesterday now I am doing his PhD's thesis analysis. He is taking help from me because certain things you are good, certain things. And then sir told me, Satya, now I want to learn from you how you do these things.
Wow.
And this is, I told sir, this is the biggest blessing I will get. I learned a lot of things from you. Now I can give back something to you.
Yes.
इससे बड़ा चीज क्या हो सकता है? ये बहुत बड़ा चीज है, मजा आ गया मतलब। There's something, I was just recalling those days.
Yeah, this is my, I think, biggest aim now in life, to become such a good teacher, so good in delivering lecture that others would say, I want to sit in your lecture. That day I would feel that yes, I've become a good teacher.
इससे बड़ा चीज हो नहीं सकता।
Absolutely.
Like, मैं तो ये मानता हूँ, टीचिंग को आप जॉब हिसाब से मत दो। इसको ना आप अपना, अगर आपको पैशन है तो लो, because this is same thing I was having a discussion, the vice chancellor had mentioned. People when think I cannot do this thing, nothing. This is the last thing what I can do is like, हाँ मैं टीचिंग प्रोफेशन में चल जाता हूँ। तो ये दिक्कत है, ये हमारे देश के लिए दिक्कत है। ये लास्ट थिंग नहीं, ये फर्स्ट थिंग हो सकती है। अगर आप में इतना नॉलेज है, आप इतना अच्छा डिलीवर कर सकते हो, आप में वो आर्ट है, आप जनरेशंस बना सकते हो, आप टीचिंग लो। नहीं तो पैसा कमाने के लिए बहुत आपका स्कोप्स है, बहुत सारे जॉनर्स है। पैसा कमाने के लिए तो आप कुछ भी, lot of opportunities and lot of other type of works are there. But आप टीचिंग को दया करके मत लो, अगर आपको सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है। I'm not wrong, I believe.
Absolutely. I mean, आप पैसा भी लो, आप पैसा को enjoy भी करो, but then I think थोड़ा चेंज करते रहो अपने आप को ना।
मेरा बोलना ये कि डेफिनेटली पैसा नीडेड है,
absolutely.
बट आप सिर्फ पैसा का ही मत
बढ़ो। Exactly.
तब आप में घमंड आ जाएगा। घमंड अगर आ जाएगा, आप पढ़ा नहीं सकते। क्यों? आप अप्रोचेबल नहीं रहोगे, आपका ईगो काम होगा। ईगो एक बड़ा एलिमेंट है घमंड का। वही है हिंदी में भी, हिंदी में हम घमंड बोल रहे हैं, ईगो इंग्लिश में
बोल रहे हो।
तो आपके ऊपर वो जब चढ़ जाएगा, मैम आज की डेट में आप देखोगे लद्दाख में जो रिसर्चेस हो रहे हैं, अच्छे रिसर्च हो रहे हैं, चाहे लैंग्वेज के ऊपर, टिबेटियन लैंग्वेज के ऊपर हो, वाइल्ड लाइफ के ऊपर हो, आप देखोगे मोस्ट ऑफ द रिसर्चर्स जो है वो फॉरेनर्स हैं, जो डीपली घुसे हुए हैं, सालों से यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, इंटीग्रेट हो जा रहे हैं। कोई तो अपना नाम लद्दाखी नाम रख रहे हैं ताकि वो सोसाइटी में, और जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं पार्टिसिपेटरी रिसर्च। क्यों इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी के बंदे नहीं कर पा रहे? क्योंकि रिसर्च एसी रूम में बैठ के नहीं होता है।
पैशन होना चाहिए।
आपको पैशन वो होगा तब आप उसमें आप विलीन हो जाओगे, आप इन्वॉल्व होंगे। आप खाली एसी रूम में बैठोगे, यू विल बी एबल टू डू that research which will be having no implication. और मैं अगर गलत हूँ तो आप देख लीजिए, आप लद्दाख में ऑब्जर्व करके देखिए, जो भी अच्छे स्टडीज हो रहे हैं, इट्स नॉट अबाउट लद्दाख, इट्स अबाउट द होल ऑफ इंडिया के ऊपर। इंडियन अच्छा रिसर्च कर रहा है, बट वो एफिलिएटेड देखोगे कोई फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ। क्यों? इकोसिस्टम का माइंडसेट। आप द मोमेंट ये सोच लोगे कि कोट टाइप पैंट पहन के एसी रूम में मैं तो बहुत बड़ा प्रोफेसर बन गया, या मैं बहुत बड़ा टीचर बन गया,
और गूगल पे रिसर्च करोगे.
कहाँ से होगा. एंड एजुकेशन में हमारा जो रिसर्च होता है मैम, फंडामेंटल में गवर्नमेंट अच्छा खासा स्पेंड करती है. स्कूल के ऊपर रिसर्च होता है, रूरल एजुकेशन के ऊपर रिसर्च हो रहा है, जो बट उसके लिए आपको स्कूल के बच्चों के साथ इन्वॉल्व होना पड़ेगा. उनको माइंडसेट समझने के लिए. वो तब तक आपके साथ खुलेगा नहीं. बीइंग अ रिसर्चर, मैंने जो फील किया, बिकॉज माय मिसेस वाज वर्किंग विद द ट्राइबल स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ नागालैंड इन द स्कूल एजुकेशन. दैट टाइम व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड, वो आपको एक सुपरफिशियल बातें बोलेगा जो आप सुनना चाहते हो, जब तक आप उसके साथ कनेक्ट नहीं होंगे. एक्चुअली वो तब खुलेगा जब उसको फील ही नहीं होगा कि यार ये कोई हेड बैठा हुआ है, ये अपने में से कोई है, दिस पर्सन केयर्स अबाउट अस. वो खुलेगा. मदरली जो होता है ना, मदरली वाला फंडा होता है. तो दिस थिंग आई हैव एक्सपोज्ड बिकॉज दिस आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड in my passage of this journey in the Trans Himalaya from Dharamshala till Ladakh, कि जो अच्छे रिसर्चर्स हैं ना, इंडियंस हैं या फॉरेनर्स हैं, बट इंडियंस भी जो हैं वो एक्चुअली या तो कोई फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ एफिलिएटेड है या वो किसी फॉरेन प्रोफेसर के अंडर कर रहा है. ये मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन रहा है. अच्छा. मैं गलत अगर रहा हूँ तो मुझे बताइएगा.
मुझे ज़्यादा आइडिया
आप लद्दाख में नोटिस करके देख लीजिएगा. मतलब दिस इज समथिंग आई फेल्ट. Here only I met some of the people, and one person mentioned, "Don't expose my name because I am researching." But what happens, you know, if my name has been exposed, I may not get the visa because I am on tourist visa. And I've asked, well, why you don't collaborate with an Indian university? You will get a collaboration. Then she mentioned that what happened, that there will be a domination factor, and I will not get that liberty what a researcher should want. ये भी मैं जो देखा, ऑब्जर्व किया, बोल रहा हूँ. May be wrong, may be right, but these are the observation. End of the day,
I think इंडिया में अभी जैसे नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आ रहा है, NEP 2020 आ रहा है. I think I'm very hopeful with that.
I am also.
I'm so happy with NEP. You know, I'm so hopeful कि I think a teacher will have to be a passionate teacher to survive in a school.
Yes.
It is designed like that. If you're not a passionate teacher, I don't think you'll be able to survive. So I'm so happy.
NEP is very good.
Yes.
Because the people who met you, who have drafted the National Education Policy 2020, one of the person I've met, Kattimani sir, Professor Kattimani, he was one of the member of the drafting committee. Right. And few people have heard about. They are super person.
Absolutely.
But now, there are two factors. One, people are the same. So some places in the academia I felt the NEP purpose is good, but the people who are implementing, it's like a old wine in a new bottle. It will take time.
Yeah, absolutely. It will take time.
From now the NEP's main purpose is skill based rather than hardcore knowledge based. It's skill and knowledge amalgamation is like the confluence of skill and knowledge.
Not just textual thing.
Yes, not the textual thing. Now the school student can go for an internship. That provision has been given. But this is one aspect I've mentioned as an old wine in the new bottle. The second part is that politicization. I will not name the state. The state is from southern part of India. You can find it out. That state has pulled back NEP because that state is ruled by a political organization which is against the central political organization which has implemented this.
All right.
They have pulled back. And I was having a interaction with a person. He's a faculty. So he's a faculty and he is in the BOS of the state's one particular subject, Board of Studies. So he is heading that thing in the state. He had an interaction with the chief minister of that state. And then I told, sir, you are against of it or for of it? I asked him. Then he told, Satya, I am for of it. NEP is very good. But the political wing doesn't want it to be executed.
Okay.
I told them, sir, I can write, will you write a commentary? The commentary is like research paper is the one thing, research note and commentary. Commentary is basically in 1-2 page you can write and can be published in the journal. It's your own thoughts, your own mindset. When you got an experience an expertise in something, you can write it out without any data. On your based on experience, you can write it down. Then the self told, sir, I can't do it because I'm a government employee. So certain times that's a problem. Being a part of the system, you cannot say wrong
against the system. Yeah, absolutely.
और इंडिया में एक बहुत बड़ा बात प्रॉब्लम है. इस कारण से एक बात में somebody told me कि Satya, you know, we the academicians are the most spineless people. Why? Because we cannot challenge. We have to walk, whatever we will be directed, we have to do it. And then I asked, Madam, then how the student will respect us?
Yeah, I don't think it's true. Yeah.
You think it's true or you don't think it's true?
I don't think it's true. Whatever she was saying.
It's again, it's the pockets. In this pocket, the pocket where you are, you never felt that. In the pocket where she was, she felt that. It's a place to. India is a very big country. It's like a 28 states. 28 states. It's like a 28 countries all together. We came together and we have a single country. That's the beauty of India, right?
Yes.
So every pockets have their own experiences. Like some liberty you are getting, it depends on the heads.
Yeah.
If you got a good head.
And the school, the type of school I work in.
Type of school you are. This person is a professor in a university.
Right.
A private university.
A private university. Yes. Okay.
She's in a private, but very good, big university. And I can tell you, on record, in most of the private universities in India, faculties fear to challenge their superior. On record, I'm telling you, from the experience. Leave private universities, government universities I'm talking about. They will be unable to, because they know this is a government job or this is a job. If I challenge, my job will go. Let me do whatever it's coming. Whatever wrong. Maximum ghost authorship happens in India. Maximum data alteration, fake research. Simple thing. Maximum patents are being filed in India. Right? Now we have crossed many countries. Patent means research हो रहा है, उसका आप अच्छा डिजाइन बना के पेटेंट फाइल कर रहे हो. How many are coming out of it? How many are actually catering to the gap, research gap, what we say? Is rare of the rarest. It's just on papers.
Absolutely.
For API accreditation.
In that case, we I think our school is blessed because we get that space where we can, you know, have our say, change the entire curriculum if it helps. It's an amazing.
Some of the
thing,
in schools and some of the universities are doing good. Some of the schools are doing very exceptional. Like you have mentioned, I came across a person of Hyderabad. I'm forgetting the name of the school. They do what? For 1 month is dedicated to a single subject. It's not like in a day you will be teaching a student 1 hour maths, 1 hour physics, 1 hour chemistry, 1 hour English. Whole month is dedicated for a single subject.
Right.
So that the student will, because एक बंदा फिजिक्स ले रहा है, फिर मैथ्स ले रहा है, ब्रेन का भी एक सैचुरेशन लेवल होता है. 50 मिनट से ज़्यादा एक ब्रेन तो ले ही नहीं सकता है डेटा. और आप अलग अलग टाइप का चीज़ें दे रहे हो. ठीक है, मगअप हो जाएगा जो भी है, बट उसमें वो इंटेंसली घुस नहीं पाएगा. अच्छा, दूसरी बात है, दैट स्कूल, आई एम फॉरगेटिंग द नेम ऑफ द स्कूल, आई हैव टू आस्क देवलीना. They first don't introduce them to the books till class 8. They will engage them in different activities based on that syllabus only, but through activities. And then they will discuss about those activities. Then they will correlate with the books theory.
Must be one of the Krishnamurti Foundation.
Yes, Krishnamurti Foundation. Absolutely correct. I was just forgetting. Krishnamurti Foundation. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, they are amazing.
That's also in India.
Absolutely.
तो किस तरफ देख रहे हैं? But how many are like that? जैसे आपने बताया, और सो आप इतना फील फ्री कर रहे हो कि your organization has given you so much of liberty.
Yes.
To experiment. But how many it happens? With how many school it happens? आप अपना थोड़ा कनेक्शंस लगाओगे तो आपको पता ही है मैडम. right?
I understood.
So इस कारण से मैं कभी बोलता हूँ like it's not about giving degree, it's not about making a person job enable, it's making a person a human being.
Yes.
How we are making a
Absolutely.
human being.
Absolutely.
So that's something anyhow. That's what I believe. Being a teacher, क्योंकि वो बंदा सब कमाता है यार. कोई ऐसा बंदा नहीं है मैम. आपने जब स्कूल पास आउट किया, कोई आपका ऐसा कोई बैचमेंट्स नहीं होगा जो कमा नहीं रहा होगा. कोई कम, कोई ज्यादा, कम आ रहा हो. कितना बंदा खुश है. That is the most important. And that can only be possible if we are making a person who is able to balance his or her thoughts.
Yeah.
Depression भी आएगा, happiness भी आएगा, but हम balance कैसे कर रहे हैं उसको? Anyhow, ma'am, the key 5 or 3, whatever you feel so, skill set a person should have to become a teacher.
One, absolutely, I'm not sure whether it's a skill set or not, but they should be passionate about, passion for teaching and understanding. If you have passion, obviously you'll understand what you're getting into, right? Which I did not have initially, but thankfully now I
Gradually,
do. Yes, gradually I understood it. And second is compassion, of course. Compassion is so important towards at least the kids, right? And I think the third, if you say, empathy.
Yes.
Empathy towards anyone, or especially your students, to put yourself in the shoes of the students and understand what they're feeling at a particular point of time.
Completely agree. Completely agree.
So I think these three, there are many of course, but then I think these are the top three
priorities
that a teacher, according to me, I'm not saying that I have it completely and I'm a perfect teacher, but then I realize it that these three are important, and I'm constantly working towards it.
As a student, I can completely agree with you, ma'am. It was a pleasure talking with you, ma'am.
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.